Hi everyone, my name is Nicole and welcome back to It the Stolen Thread. And today I have a super fun type of video. It's just you and I, we're gonna hang out together. We're gonna spend some time with each other and you're gonna be doing something super fun, like working on your projects while I'm doing something not as fun. I'm gonna be organizing my DMC stash and telling you guys a little bit more about me, who I am as a person. Yeah, this has gotten to the point where I've been accumulating my DMC for like a couple years, and I literally just like mostly throw it into this bag. And I've gotten to the point where when I buy a pattern and I see the floss list, I just automatically go and buy the floss because I really don't want to look through this bag. So I'm gonna try to be more organized today. And I'm sorry if the angle isn't like the greatest. I don't have like a little baby tripod, so you're currently like snuggling with one of my like little felt animals. You're like leaning up against it and you're on top of a sewing box. So I mean, that's very on brand for me, but I'm just working with what I have right now. So yeah, I guess we'll just get into it. So I guess I'll expose myself a little bit first. So yeah, this is my big bag of DMC that I currently have. And I do have some containers of floss as well that I think it's called bobbinated, that I've like put the floss on the little bobbins. So this is like my most organized one. You know, I attempted. It's a little color coded, it's fine. But then this one's gonna send you guys, my organized friends, into like a tizzy. I mean, this is not functional. This is not. I mean, it's not functional because I don't even use it. I don't even open it because it's not inspiring. So, I don't like love working with thread that's already on a bobbin. I honestly, like when I'm working on my projects, I just keep it in the strands that I have, like in its prepackaged nature, I guess, and just like pull it through. But you know, we're gonna try some other things as well. So I'm literally gonna dump this bag out, and my plan of attack for this is literally just organizing by color, and then each color will go in like a tiny little Ziploc bag, and then it'll all go back into a big bag. So at least it'll be organized by color, and that'll be a little bit more, you know, functional. And like we're gonna also see how well I can multitask by like yapping to you guys and also, you know, sorting by color. It might be a little bit hard, but I guess like the first thing you should know about me is I'm an aspiring type A person, but I'm clearly a type B. I like always see those like memes online of like type A teacher versus type B, and I'm definitely, you know, a type B. But you know, as I've gotten older and like as I've been in a relationship with my husband who is way more organized than I am, I've improved a little bit. So yeah, we're working through the reds here. We're like Roy G. Bibbing it today. Working our way through the rainbow. But yeah, I'm Nicole. I guess I'll start with that. I'm 27 years old, but this week I'm turning 28. Woo, it's so exciting. I can't believe I'm 28 already. It's like wild to me. But yeah, it's kind of funny because you like think you're gonna be in such a different place when you're like, when I think back to when I was in high school, and like I would have thought in my late 20s I would have been like so established and like in a career, and you know, on paper I am in a very good place. Like I'm married, I have a roof over my head, and you know, I'm done with school, I have a degree, but I mean, my career is not established at all yet. So I guess I'll get into that. I got my undergrad in exercise science and health education. So I'm a licensed health educator. And then I got my master's in nutrition and dietetics. And I did my year-long like dietetic internship residency type program. And I am a dietitian now, but I'm still looking for a job, which is kind of hard in my area because there's not as much opportunity in upstate New York, so I'm honestly looking at remote work options, especially since I want to do counseling, and working on that like overall like mind body connection and healing relationship with food. I have the most opportunity to do that online, which is really nice. So I'm doing that. And with that, like in with my undergrad, I lived in Vermont, which was really nice. And then did my master's here in New York. And then I did my dietetic internship in Cape Cod, which was such a good experience. And I think I went through all my reds already, so I don't have that many reds. Yeah, so I'm losing my train of thought. So I did my dietetic internship in Cape Cod, which was so amazing. And I did it through like a functional medicine type of outpatient practice. And I have a concentration in agriculture and sustainability, which is really unique in the nutrition field. And honestly, that is what like drew me to the program, because it was through a private practice, which is what I knew I wanted to be doing. I wanted to do like outpatient counseling. But then also there was that agriculture component where I was able to all summer spend my time on various different farms in Cape Cod and learn about growing food and increasing people's access to local food and like improving their nutrition education on it. And that was also always like growing food has always been such like a side passion for me, so it was fun to learn how to like incorporate that into my everyday career, I guess. So yeah, I did that. So now I'm looking for a job, and yeah, that job process has been like very interesting. So yeah, I'm very fortunate and lucky that I got to spend basically a year on the Cape in like such a vacation destination, and I got to like really live it as a local and see how the locals live and thrive. And there's just so many beautiful farms on the Cape, and I didn't even realize like how agriculture focused it is, but it literally has like the best farmers markets, the best people. I just love it, and I miss it like all the time. But yeah, my husband and I, we moved back here. We moved back in with my family. So I guess another fun fact about me is that I do live in a multi-generational home. So it's me, my husband, my mom, and my dad. And then once like my husband and I have kids, we'll raise them here. And again, that's never something that I thought was really an option, because again, when you're in school, you're like always thinking like, I'm gonna get a house, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But like in this current day, like economic standing, I guess, in the US, it's very hard for a young person, especially like me in my 20s, to build a house or to buy a house. And my husband and I are lucky enough, we do own land in the town that my family is in, but we honestly just don't want to be house broke. So like what I mean by that is that we don't want to be like living to pay our mortgage. We want to be able to like save money for our kids and like do fun family experiences and things like that. We don't really just want to like live to pay a really high mortgage, which in New York State, it's like super high cost to live and to build right now. So we're really lucky that we get to live in this home with my family, and we're so close with my family that it's just like an overall win-win situation. I really want my kids to like grow up being really connected with their grandparents, and it's just like the best option for us, especially in this stage of our life. And it's really nice that I have a partner that's really close with my family as well. So that was like a fun little unexpected thing as I got older. So yeah, we just absolutely love living with family. It's been such a gift. And if you're a young person, I would highly debate it if you have the opportunity to live with your family. It just takes so much stress and pressure off your back, because you're sharing resources, you're having that extra support and help, and you're able to save and budget in such like a responsible way. I don't know. And not that like having a house is irresponsible. I think that's like amazing too. And I would love to have a house to just like fill with all my stuff. But I don't know. For us, this works. So yeah, we're really lucky and fortunate that we get to do this. So yeah, I'm actually doing a little bit better than I thought, like multitasking with talking to you guys and organizing, but I'm about to show you guys something that's probably gonna make you go insane. Like, are you serious, Nicole? How did I think this was a good way to store? Like, this is crazy. Oh, this is a good thing that I'm doing this today. Much more efficient, much more responsible. But yeah, what else? I guess I'll tell you how I met my husband, because it's like kind of a funny story. So I think this was like right after college for me, my undergrad. So it was like 2019, I think. And I downloaded a dating app, as like a lot of young people do. And I like moved back in here with my family before I started grad school. And I was like, I'm just gonna see who's around. And I was like, there's no way there's really anyone in this town, because this isn't the town I grew up in. My family moved here when I was in college, but I've been coming to this town a lot because I have a lot of family here. And I was like, I'm gonna download Tinder and see like who's in the area. I didn't think I'd like meet anyone, but I just wanted to like put some feelers out there. And I was scrolling on Tinder and I saw my husband's picture, my now husband's picture. And when I saw it, I was like, I had this weird like gut feeling. I was like, this is someone that I just feel is going to be important to me. And what did I do? I swiped the other way. So I was like freaking out. It's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I actually had to pay $5 for like at that time, it was like the premium subscription for Tinder so that I could swipe back on him. And am I so glad that I did, because now we've been together for like over almost 6 years. And it's been amazing ever since. So yeah, he's everything that I'm basically not. He's like super calm and grounded and doesn't get like overworked or overstressed out about things, where I'm way more high strung of an individual, more anxious of an individual. And it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And yeah, when we like started dating, I used to make jokes all the time, like, oh, I paid $5 for you, like I got my investment's worth. But yeah, we've been together ever since, and it's been so amazing. We like survived the pandemic, and he was like a nurse in the ER. So really like the beginning of our relationship at that time was really tested, and you know, we made it through. And that was just like a really great experience for us to go through, even as like a new couple, because we know we can like, you know, stand the test of time and endure hard things, which is really nice to have a relationship be tested like that, like to know if they're like the person. So yeah, he is just amazing. I'm sure one day he'll come on my channel. We'll see. But yeah, he's like a little bit more shy than I am, not as like open on camera, I guess, but I'm sure he'll come on eventually. But yeah, I personally like to identify myself as an extroverted introvert. So when I'm out in a social situation, I'm great. I have fun. It's a good time. But man, oh man, when I'm home, just like in my comfort zone, that is when I'm recharged and I get really energized, and I just don't have that same experience when I'm out and about. And maybe that's just like a byproduct of the COVID pandemic. is that being at home is just way more, I feel, special to me than not. Or maybe that's just like a process of me getting older. I don't know. My like ideal time, my ideal Saturday night is sitting on the couch with my family with my little crafty project and like watching a movie, having a nice dinner. That's like, oof. That's my ideal Saturday night, and that's basically my almost every weekend plans, I feel. So, yeah, it's a party over here. But I don't know, I feel like that's the experience of a lot of people now. I don't know. You can't compare yourself to people on social media and what they're doing. You just gotta, live your life and do what you enjoy doing. And for me, it's a little bit more crafty habits, I guess. Ooh, what else? What else should I say? I guess I can talk a little bit about like why I wanted to be a dietitian. And for me, myself, and my story, I grew up like in a very large Italian family in like the Long Island area for like the first decade of my life. And food is like the next closest thing to God in an Italian family. It is like the priority and the just like gathering event of people is around food. And with that, I have always struggled with my weight. I don't know, especially from a young age, I've just always been classified as someone who is like overweight. And when I was in like high school, I became more interested in nutrition, and I did more research, and I was just like, I'm going to be more active, things like that. And I ended up losing like, how much? Like 30 something pounds. And that like totally changed my life. And I fell so in love with food in such a different way. Like I saw the power that what we eat can have on our bodies and our health. And that just totally changed my relationship with it. And I knew I wanted to be a person for other people, to help them be their healthiest versions of themselves and improve their quality of life. So like I knew I wanted to focus on all different areas of wellness. So that's why I got my undergrad in exercise science and health education, so that I can like properly do exercise prescription for people. But then also I get to learn how to effectively teach people no matter what their age is. And I fell in love with teaching, and especially little kids. I love elementary school age. That is my absolute favorite age. Like first grade, my absolute favorite. But so I went and did that, got licensed as a teacher, and then I did my end goal of being a dietitian. And I'm like very much focused on the people's emotional relationships with food, and I just want to like better connect people to their bodies and improve their relationship with the food that they eat, so that, I don't know, because like as women, food can, and like our diet habits can be seen as more of a negative thing. We put so much pressure and stress on ourselves, and I just want to help people break through that barrier and really like connect deeper with the power that the food can have on them. So that's my little like rant on nutrition. I'm not the dietitian, and dietitians shouldn't be doing this. They shouldn't be like focusing on like what you can take out of someone's diet. It's really what you can add to someone's diet to improve their health and their lifestyle. So, I mean, I would, if you guys are interested in hearing more about like nutrition and, like learning more recipes and stuff like that, I would love to talk about it, because it's a big part of my life. And it's something that I love deeply. And I mean, honestly, I thought I would be like such a little businesswoman and like start my own business, but now I have like so many other passions and projects that I love that, like, yes, I want to do nutrition, but I have so many other little things. Like, I would love to have a farm stand, and I would love to one day have like a little crafty store where it's like cross stitch stuff, but also yarn, and maybe like even sell my own hand-dyed yarn, because yarn's a really big part of my life too. I'm a crocheter and I want to learn how to knit, but it's been a little intimidating. So it's hard as a woman when you have so many like fun things you want to do, and it's like, where do you start? So myself, I'm starting with working as a dietitian, and then hopefully like the funds from that can help fund my other passion projects. But I don't know, it's just funny how like your priorities change as you get older, and like now, like being a mother and like, I don't know, pursuing these other things that bring me joy seems even more valuable to me than like, you know, getting like a super high paying job, which I guess could be, I don't know, people can perceive it in different ways, but it's hard because like in your 20s, they say your 20s is like a second puberty, which I totally agree, because you're just like trying to figure out what you want to do, who you are. And it's a roller coaster. I feel like every 2 years you're a totally different person. Like from me age 20 to me now age almost 28, it's totally different. I'm definitely in my grandma era. I'm definitely more like of a homebody now, and I'm just into that more cozy way of life and living. But yeah, it's funny how your priorities shift and change as you get older. If you like resonate with any of this stuff, I would really like love to start conversations in the comments and get to know you guys more too, because this has been like my favorite part of the whole YouTube process, has been connecting in the comments with you guys. And it's honestly like, that was like in the back of my mind, and it like, I knew I would be able to connect with people, but the sweet messages I've been getting and like the friends I've already been making is just like so fun. It's fun to connect with people about things you're passionate about, because I personally don't have that many friends in my life that are like into these more like creative hobbies. And honestly, a lot of my friends don't even live in my area anymore. They've kind of moved away, and we see each other when we can see each other, which is really nice. But no, it's hard out here. It's hard out here. So it's been really fun to connect with people. What color is this? Is this orange? I guess I'll put this in my orange pile. Sorry, that was a little derailment. But yeah, that's been like the most special part of this, is connecting. I'm just like finding floss everywhere now. You know, one thing I also really love connecting with people about on this platform is like what are the words? I don't know, like how much of an impact these hobbies actually have on our lives. And like, I'm someone that is, like I said before, I'm a very anxious person. I actually have OCD, and so my brain is like constantly just like filled with thoughts that a lot of times are really hard to get out of my head. And it's not like typical like what you see OCD like with cleaning and stuff like that. That's not my OCD. My OCD is more like hyper focused on my body, and like health anxiety, and hyperfixations with like feeling pain, you know? So like a lot of my anxiety now as an adult comes out in chronic pain. And doing these like hobbies that I I mean, to me, there's so much more than that. It's literally like my therapy. It is the only time in the day where my brain is completely blank. Completely blank. And that is literally the best gift I could ever ask for. And I value it so much, and I will always, once I have kids, this is something I'm really going to instill in them, is having creative hobbies and working with your hands, because just the joy that it can bring is just so monumental. And it has been a huge part of my like mental health journey, diving into creative pursuits like this. And it all started from my mom. She got me an embroidery kit first year of COVID. And from then I now have a craft room. I went full force, dove in. So it's a huge component of my mental health, is in participating in my daily little crafts. So yeah, I'm almost done with this. I just have a couple more from this bag. Grays are over here. Yeah, I just need to like sort through this a little bit. Like, would you call this blue or would you call this purple? DMC 3838. I'm gonna keep it in the blue section, I think, but it's very close to purple. But yeah, okay, so I think I'm honestly just I'm gonna chuck this this ball of yarn for a cat, or not yarn, floss. So I have all the actual little, I don't know what you call it, skeins of floss, organized by color. So I'm just gonna start putting them in little baggies. And then we'll move on to like what's on a bobbin, and then I'll put those bobbins into the little baggies as well. ASMR. Is this video terrible? Is it terrible? I'm sorry if it is. You know, sometimes you win one, you lose one, but I mean, it's fun for me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep putting these into little baggies. Also, I have a lot of pets here. Oh, there's one of them. So my husband and I, we have a dog. We have a mini Australian Shepherd named Molly. She's gonna be 2, which is like mind-boggling to me how fast time has gone. I feel like I just got her, but I'm obsessed with her. She's like my first dog of my own. But then we also have 2 family dogs. Oh, you can see these are like my little Disney dog portraits. So that's Molly. And then we have a golden retriever named Sophie and a little pug named Gia. So we have 3 dogs. And then I have 1 bird. I have a parakeet. I did have 2, but one just recently passed away. So I have 2 birds. And then I have 3 guinea pigs. And maybe I'll put little pictures too. So my husband and I have 3 guinea pigs. And I've always been a guinea pig person. I literally think they're the happiest small animal. They love attention. The second I open the refrigerator door, they be peeping. They're going crazy for food. They're just so cute and funny. So I have 2 older, well, I have 1 older one now. My little piggy passed away, my little Fiona, but I had 2 in my original like first pair, but now I only have 1, little Phoebe. I'll put a picture of her here. And my other 2 I just recently got like less than a year ago, and because I've always wanted a long-haired guinea pig, and I was bringing my dog to puppy school, and my husband was with me, and we were going to like PetSmart or Petco, and we always look at the pigs when we're there, and he saw a long-haired one and a hairless one, and he's like, I'm getting them. So now we have our little long-haired piggy Eloise, and then our hairless little bundle of joy, Beatrice. And she looks like a little baby hippo. She is just so cute. I love having guinea pigs. And I would love to one day upgrade to farm animals. I would love to get farm animals, but I mean, we don't have technically enough property for them right now. We could put them on our other piece of property. But I gotta be practical. Like, do I need a flock of goats? I mean, my soul wants them, but I don't physically need them. And like chickens, like I love chickens. I love chickens, but I don't think I can have chickens on the lake. I just don't think I can. And I have a literal golden retriever who is a bird dog, so it wouldn't work. It's not practical. But I see those TikToks of like the cute little mini pigs and the baby Highland cows. And I go crazy when I go to like a fiber festival and they have all the little animals that you can just interact with. But yeah, not in this time of my life, which is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Okay, so we have some sparkly thread. I do have some satiny thread. So, why do I have all this thread? So, back in the day, so like 2020, when I got really into embroidery, I went headfirst into embroidery, and I actually started an Etsy shop called A Thistle and Thread, and that's where I get my YouTube name. And I would embroider like hats and accessories and things, and I would do commissions, and I absolutely loved doing that. And I did it so much, I gave myself terrible elbow tendonitis, and I literally had to stop. I stopped it for probably a year or two. And I mean, I couldn't keep up like with the demand in my shop. Like while I was in school, I didn't want to have like that extra pressure on me. So I did like deactivate my shop at that time. Oops, I just knocked you a little, sorry. I didn't mean to abuse you a little bit, but yeah, so that's where the name of Thistle and Thread comes from. It's from my like old embroidery endeavors, and I love the alliteration of it. And it's also like broad enough where I can make like crafty content that I want to, but I can also possibly expand to other avenues, like more lifestyle stuff, and you know, like homesteady type of videos that I want to make eventually, once like that's more of an active part of my life once it gets warmer outside. So yeah, that's where the name Thistle and Thread comes from. And yeah, I loved embroidery, but I honestly think I enjoy cross stitch more now, because like embroidery, you do have to have like a little bit of skill, especially like I was making my own patterns and designs, and I'm not the best drawer, so I was doing a lot of stuff where I was basically drawing silhouettes on my iPad and then tracing that, and then I don't know, it's a little bit more like a needle was like my magic wand. It just looked so much better when I embroidered it and was able to add that detail. But my embroidery looks nothing like my cross stitch. Like cross stitch pattern, like it looks professional, and I love that everybody has that ability to make something look like a piece of art. And it's just basically like one stitch. It's super repetitive and monotonous, which I like, especially because I do most of like my crafting stuff at nighttime, so I enjoy that. Okay, so I think I accomplished my task. So I put them all in little baggies, so I'm just gonna tutorial put the little baggies into the big baggies. So yeah, this is just for a type B brain. This is how I'm making sense of it all. So efficient. I think I'm gonna need to get another, oh, good thing I brought down another big baggie, because she be thick right now. So now I have all those miscellaneous DMCs organized in their sandwich bags into bigger bags. I think I'm just gonna keep my metallics. Oop, here's my ball of yarn. floss, not yarn. All my metallics are just going to stay in here because they're happy in their home. They're comfy, and I move them out now. Ooh, I found a little runaway. Oh, now I have to like find the brown bag. That's okay. It's all right. It's all part of being organized. All right. I think that's it. So now it's going to be much easier when I get patterns. I can just go, ooh, where's my pink bag? Let's see if I have that floss, so that I'm not like buying doubles or triples. I'm sure I've bought even more than triples. So now I can save the 60 cents and use what I have and not keep buying. But yeah, that is the end of it. Was it a little crazy? Was it a little wonky? I feel like I was all over the place, but I think I'll be able to like cut it together to make it a little bit more, you know, palatable for you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely want to do more of like these vloggy style, more informal types of videos, just so you can see other little pieces of my life and what I'm up to and what I'm doing. Because I love to watch those kinds of videos. I love when crafty people post like Vlogmas or Vlogtober. I binge watch all of them because it's so nice to see other avenues of things that they do. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't a little too chaotic. But yeah, I would love to talk to you in the comments, get to know you guys a little bit more. So comment down below if you've made it to the end, and let's be friends. Let's be friends. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed and want to kind of stay up to date with what I'm doing. And you can follow me on Instagram at Thistle and Thread with 2 D's at the end of thread. And you can hang out with me there as well. And I think the next video I'm going to be filming for this week is my third full like floss tube update, and then maybe like a little birthday vlog, because I have some fun plans. I have a fun birthday weekend coming up, and then birthday haul, because I got some stuff from Market for my birthday, and I'm sure other people got me some crafty things as well. So I'm sure I'm gonna have a nice little haul video, and everybody loves to, you know, be enabled and inspired by other people's, you know, shiny new things. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.